Wolf stands defiance. Corruption in the stone halls. The border zone, mission 1. For hundreds of years, no army dared to enter the lands of Grimheim, the dwarven kingdom. Even those hungry for the riches of the dwarven mines knew that the followers of Arkath make relentless enemies. But now war has come from where no one would ever expect it. Their old neighbors and allies, the men of Griffin Empire. It is time for the dwarves to remember their prowess as warriors and make sure their foes remember it as well. Different types of units. Sure what these are good for. Okay, defenders are the stone hall's most numerous troops, bolstered by their tough dwarven armor. Defenders can hold their ground against the attacks of enemies much mightier than they are, so they just sit around and take damage. Not a good starting unit. No army can do without cavalry, whose object is to quickly reach and engage the enemy units. The dwarves have tamed fierce bears for this, whose toughness and endurance compensate for their relatively low speed. No, it doesn't. The entire point of a quick attack unit is for it to be quick and strike hard. The durability is secondary. That doesn't compensate for it. Berserkers are much like brawlers, but armed with cruelly bladed gauntlets. Berserkers may fall into a combat frenzy, losing some defense but increasing their offense greatly. When this happens, the berserker attacks any nearby creature without suffering retaliation. I can see uses for these. Others are fine, but defenders aren't gonna kill a shit. Bear riders are too slow. Berserkers might be tricky to use.
Hard to believe we're related. Blame your mother, not mine. Your duty is clear. Give up the prince. End the war. Coward. We get attacked, and you want to give in. 1,000 years of dwarven kings just wept in their graves. Such stupidity. Plus, you let one of the invaders go. I chased her army all the way to the border. You're from my clan. My word is binding for you too. You broke your own oath. Not as I see it. I go to talk to the king. Go, you gutless worm. Don't risk war to keep your lands. You might dirty your clothes. Go cry to the king's council. I go. And when I come back, you'll sing another song. Most likely, I'll be singing victory hymns, and Laszlo and his red fanatics will be singing dirges. You're too drunk and stupid to beat him. You wouldn't know. I am sometimes drunk, but I am always smart. You're just sometimes drunk. We'll see. We'll see what King Tolgar and High Priest Hangvel say about this. Hangvel? I'd better get word to the clan. No telling where this storm might hit.
Clearly we're gonna have internal disputes. Dwarves fighting dwarves. Both the two towns. Patrolling dwarven territory has been the task of the Beastmaster clan for hundreds of years. though they know how to fight as well as hunt. Now it is up to Wulstan to ensure that the lands entrusted to him remain in the hands of the dwarves. Hold at least 2 towns. Build a army. Wulstan must mobilize and build a powerful army. Hire 300 shield guards. Survive. Runic Shrine of the First Circle. In Runic Shrine, your dwarven heroes can learn runic magic, their racial talent. This kind of magic allows your dwarven heroes to create magical runes and place them on your dwarven creatures in the battle, temporarily improving creatures' stats and giving them some additional combat abilities. Note that creating any rune will cost you some amount of resources such as wood. Oh shit, so it's basically the artificer system of the academy, but used in combat. It also means it's terrible early game mechanic. So you can't rely on that. We have to rely on troops alone. War machines would probably be good for this hero because they're amazingly good in early game. And then rely on runic magic in the end game. What do we have? Some skirmishers. The shit thing about these is no melee penalty, crippling wound. Shit thing about these is they don't have a lot of shots, so they will need the ammo card. Vendors are... There's 30 shit units. Creature only receives 50% damage from all non-magical shooting attacks. This creature is resistant to all spells and effects that decrease defense. That's interesting. In a successful attack, this creature has an additional chance of decreasing the target's speed, 50% and initiative, 30%. Okay, that's amazingly good. Luck would be another good thing for dwarves, so you can get a higher chance of success on the special abilities. You have the Berserker Rage. What do you know by default? Hero has a bonus to his defense, +1 defense for each 2 hero levels in fights if fights are 1 day away from owned city. So again, a defensive ability, border guard. Terrible offensive hero. Mobility. Allows magical runes of first and second circles to be placed on owned creatures in combat, temporarily giving them new battle abilities and characteristics. Refresh rune, greater rune, fine rune. So you have your basic spellcasting ability already included, it's basic mobility, attack, defense, moral luck, war machine, so it's not enough for everything. Attack and defense are the most important ones. I'd say luck probably after that, war machines. We'll see what we can get. We're not gonna take normal spellcasting at all for this. I'm not sure how that's gonna bite us in the ass though. And to see the information this place provides. Right, it has a good defense naturally, and we can massively increase our attack, get a no retaliation attack. I'm somewhat worried how long the berserking will last. Not sure this was a good idea. Fight here. We sort of need this information granted. We're taking a lot of casualties. Trying to avoid losing a berserker. I'd rather lose a skirmisher any day. It wasn't that bad. I guess this allows us to see when an enemy appears here. One-way monolith exit. Where's the entrance? Right, I think the berserker idea is mostly fine. However, you need more of them for you to really be able to leverage the no retaliation attacks to anything useful. Otherwise, you're just basically going to be left next to the enemy with your pants down. Very small map, thankfully. Can can still be mage skills. Doesn't seem to be much point to that. We can't also build almost any real units. Field wielders. Any structures that produce units primarily. I don't want to build a marketplace, I don't have a lot of wood. Upgrade to the shield hole is just money. Right, we need to cross the black area so we can send transports. Do we need to do anything else? Just here's the black area, right. Can I order troops from the other town at least? You can take the troops from the wagons too, so you don't have to wait for them to reach the city. We're gonna need money soon. Can't get the runic chapel. We can get the bear pens if we can get a couple of extra upgrades here. I'm more or less trying to figure out what exactly can we get troops wise. We seem to be able to get 3 types of troops. Only 3 types of troops. So we also need the ammo cart quickly. I can get a little bit extra cash. Rather build more troops though. But in some ways this is a bit of a waste of our time. But the most important thing is to link the 3 towns so I can get the troops in one place. Once we have that, then we can worry about everything else. It's not quite enough. This has to be able to upgrade the troops that arrive here. I have enough wood for this. I also need... Runic shrines don't require wood. Probably an upgrade we should do then. Rune of Berserking. Creatures will perform 2 melee attacks instead of 1 against the same target next attack. At least 1 friendly creature from this friendly stack must be killed before this rune can be placed on it. Dispels all the negative effects imposed on the creature, only those that can be dispelled basically. The cost isn't drastic, it's just one resource. But it is there. Right, gather as many troops here as possible for the weak changes. Brawlers. Okay, didn't notice we can do those. Bear riders and brawlers. I think I prefer bear riders at this point. But we also could use the money. Can't just keep upgrading and upgrading it without increasing my income. In order to do that, we will have to sacrifice all the wood we have. Shit. Shit indeed. So, do we want more money or do we want more troops? That's basically the question at this point. We have to answer it now. We have some troops here, but very basic and they're not particularly useful. We need some resources to upgrade this. We have that. I think we should take troops. We can increase our income pretty much by 1500 per day. Without extra wood, it's not gonna matter all that much. We have money, but we have nothing to spend it on at that point. It's not a horrible situation to be in, but it's not a great either. I'll take the brawlers because they use up less wood. That's all. I can do one blacksmith upgrade. It'll open a path to extra money. We're not gonna really achieve all that much in the first week, apparently. I don't particularly mind. Yeah, we just can't afford the upgrades. Income increase a little bit, but only a little bit. I should be able to buy troops, yes. Wait until the week changes. More or less. Probably an enemy group coming at us pretty much at this point. No? What are they waiting for? Right, our army has massively increased in size thanks to this. We need Mercury to be able to do additional upgrades. We can also do low-level spell casting. I have no idea what we should really do. We have enough troops to go after some enemies now. Also attribute increased sights. The hero seems to be very much defense focused, unsurprisingly. So every point probably needs to spend on attack. This could be trouble. We have to do this. Yeah, I can't see really how could you really fight with these and not take serious casualties in every fight. They're just that sort of a army. There is a 50% chance of not using up resources on rune activation. Allows previously placed rune, random if many, to be refreshed on selected creature, prolonging its effect, wasting only 50% of its current initiative in this action. I'll take advanced logistics now. Need resource points more than anything. There we go. Hero number 1. Lots scored several. Gust move to engage him. I don't really have any other choice but to fight against him. I might, if I can get a little bit of experience without losing troops, that would also be great. But there's like 60 enemies in every group we encounter. Our numbers are not good enough to take that on. might survive the retaliation. I don't think so. Attack 1, damage 1 to 2. At least there's a chance, and someone's going to have to take the strike anyway. Not even remotely. Still, I don't really regret the attack. At these numbers, the berserkers are basically worthless. If I had waited, I'm not sure if I could have killed them in time. Should have some new resources. Can do berserkers. I think that's a important upgrade. With that, we can produce units with no retaliation attacks. I think what the no retaliation berserking basically does is allow it to be used somewhat effectively against troops that don't have a lot of friends around them. So the berserkers have a decent initiative, so they have time to recover before the troop has the time to do the counter damage to them. Usually, if larger armies are fighting against each other, I don't think that would be the case. So it'll have some uses here and there, but not sure if it's going to be all that powerful in the end. I'm faster than he is, so he can't really dodge us. Need to use the shitty troops to take the hits. Not that I can really make that much of a choice about the issue. Also, probably should have bought a ballista, it's a lot of free damage. He's a ballista expert, but his normal skills are so bad, doesn't matter all that much. I also don't have that many shots with the range units. So this is mostly a melee fight. He'll have infinite retaliations. Right, I don't see the berserkers slash brawlers being in any way really all that useful. In fact, I don't really see this faction being all that useful based on the units we can get early on. They're just shit compared to what everyone else gets. They have these technically not horrible abilities. that aren't particularly good though. Every little shitty fight causes casualties. There's not much you can do about that. So you're constantly being raided. Requires a very different type of fighting. No more ammunition. I'm trying to think about the good things about this and I can't. Just can't. Shittiest faction so far. I suppose there's one thing. Even the first tier runes were sort of something that you couldn't get at early stage spellcasting, like disabling negative status effects. So there's that. But these guys just suck balls so hard, so hard. We had a massive numbers advantage and we got our asses kicked. The hero spends no movement points to pick up resources, access buildings, and other similar actions. I'll take that. That's a huge drain usually. Expert logistics. Why the fuck am I getting logistics things? What the fuck am I gonna do with those? I can't fight with those, they don't help. I'll take... We've lost a lot of troops, we couldn't achieve all that much with the troops we have. We would take casualties very easily. Gonna go and try to pick extra troops out of the side cities. There's a little. They're not much, but there's a little bit of extra. We might be able to do some small scale fighting on the way there. The thing is, it's not fighting I can do without getting casualties, and we're expecting larger and larger enemy forces to basically keep appearing. So I can't afford to just bleed units like that. Guess we got some spell casting out of this. Expensive ballista, but at least it's a range attack. We're probably going to face a demon army, if not every week, then every other week. We also need to build normal magic guilds to get access to adventure spells. Shit, I didn't think about that. Hopefully the bear riders are better than the rest of the trash. Right, it's another faction where wood is a bottleneck resource. Can't really do much with the amount of wood we have. So our unit production is lagging behind. I'm hoping the ballista will make a difference here. It will not. Denied. Denied. Right, so it's less about having an alternative casting system and more about having an additional casting system. I don't want to make a mage out of him though. Would take destruction magic. At least we have infinite ammunition now, so we'll be able to contribute a little bit more to fighting with the ranged attackers. We desperately need more attack attribute. Can't even kill zombies. Basic defense, thank you very much. A horde of spear wielders. They have wood though. And they join up. Well, if I have one positive thing to say about this guy is that it probably has the most mobility I've ever seen on anyone. Basically because it doesn't waste points when it explores. That's usually the one big reason I don't pick up resources with the main hero or pick up mines. It just eats up a lot of free speed besides just going to the site themselves. Picking up something eats additional movement, so it ends up leading to the situation that your overall mobility crashes if you do it that with the main hero. With this, that's not really that much of a case. They can't kill one of our guys and they don't have enough firepower. That's why I'm moving on to new groups. That also means that the tent is enough to heal everything. Okay, that was an explosion for some reason. Black Bear Riders. Right. The important part is that this mission will have a timer, so there's a limited amount of time for us to also explore and do things. Well, I'll take no. No. You need production structures in the other cities, basic ones. That requires a lot of resources. It might not be a horrible idea to build fortifications here. That might be the only way we can resist the last enemy rush. I also need to find resources to buy the major skilled upgrades, but unit production is more important now. I don't care too much about the spells. Also, units seem to be fairly cheap at this point. I don't feel like I'm pressured on the financial side at all, really. And I'm buying troops from other cities too. Okay. There's a center here that's probably the hardest place to reach time consideration wise. But +2 to attributes is a guaranteed thing at this point. I'm wondering which one should I take. I think I'll take the extra troops. I mean the +2 to attack. Exit portal. I'd like more bear riders as quickly as possible. We need more mercury or a lot more wood. Black Bear Riders have a decent amount of hit points. Again, defense is massively larger than attack, damage is modest. But they have a decent amount of hit points for such a low level unit. Decent amount of initiative, decent amount of speed, so they're fine. They just aren't great. Successfully reduced its speed. I'm just trying to reduce their numbers to the point they can't have enough attack power to cause casualties to my troops. I think we're pretty much at that point. We're still lacking in offensive power. I think it's basically because how the natural attributes of the troops are. Increases damage dealt to your creatures by magic by 50%. I'll take reduction melee damage, thanks. Attack, please. Desperately needs more attack. Why do I have spell power and knowledge? Also, I seem to recall my defense was much larger at an earlier time. No, I don't regret the attack taking, because all of our units have sort of misbalanced stats, so they need the attack even though they need the attack more than anything else. So we don't need a balanced hero, we need more or less a balanced army. That's why we need to the attack focus. It's lots of air elementals, those are trouble. I think they're too fast for me to effectively protect my troop. No, retaliation attacks probably too. Yeah. So we're mostly just going to defend, because the only thing we can do. Hopefully reduce their numbers enough that they can't really kill anything. Or at least not that much. Yeah, they'll definitely kill a couple of berserkers. They're also stupidly fast initiative-wise. The turns are coming up so soon after just attacking. This guy could really use some sort of a basic resurrection thing, like the healing 10 fully developed. Shit. I was wondering when did they take this? Their goddamn army came here. Shit. Now I'm so far behind them. It's one spell power. At least we haven't fallen back too much. Also, I'm pretty sure their army isn't quite as big as the first one I engaged, so they probably fought against neutrals a little bit. So from the looks of it, it's every week there's another demon hero coming to piss me off. Doesn't have a war machine either. 3 levels higher than the previous one, but can probably cast like a spell, then he's done. So I'm not particularly worried. Yeah, we're gonna lose some troops, but I'm not seeing anything too dangerous. We have massively more range capabilities than he has this time. Our numbers are better. Ooh, that's an interesting ability. Not sure it's a good ability though. Pushback is one of those things that you can see in a lot of games, and it's always sort of a shit ability to have. It's good as a defensive ability. So the enemy can't just stick there and cause you grief. Ooh, basic luck, I'll take that. But sometimes you want them to stick around there so you can do easily more damage constantly. Now we need advanced attack and something useful. We should be able to get a bear production site. I also like them. They're one of the few units that we can produce easily enough and have a decent amount of mobility. We lost another berserker, but only a berserker. Basic light magic would be strong, but I don't want him to have basic light magic. The thing is, if we don't get light magic, resurrection is pretty much impossible. Be luck. The reason I don't want to take light magic is basically because I want to see how far you can get with just this. with your rune magic and your dwarven troops. If it doesn't, if it causes big problems, I want to know it this time. I might have another chance to play with this after this campaign is over. I need to know, is it worthwhile try to play with this little oddities or not? Apparently I don't see how it would be valuable, but I don't have that much experience with these troops, so it's pretty hard to really say accurately. I did like the spell casting and higher tier troops this guy had, much so. I can't say he's totally worthless by any means. Yeah, and that has a potential force strike. How reliable is that? This creature has a chance of pushing the target one tile aside and cancelling all initiative the target has accumulated. Chance depends one the number of tiles this creature walked for attack. Still, that's quite useful. The pushback was already had its uses because it negates retaliation. But if it also resets your initiative, all the better. They can't reach my archers, which is more or less what I was worried about. Spear wielders are by far the best units this guy has so far. Not because of the horrible damage they do, but the fact that they're one of the few units that can reduce enemy speed, and significantly so. Another army which would gain massively from being able to increase the damage of the unit by a single point, because you can get a lot of those spear wielders. Right, we mostly got all the good stuff here. Probably something here. Bear riders, ooh, they might join up. Right, I'd like to visit them. Although week is changing, so there's likely an enemy army coming our way, and it might be a last chance to explore the northern area there. These troops might join us too. We should have enough wood for something. But I can't get a good rollers. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do just fine. What are we looking at? Several lot slots. It's an okay force, I guess. Vitality. 2 points of all creatures. Soldier's Lock was the one thing I wanted. So I'm taking that. Increases the chance that your units use their special abilities. Ooh, you can just double click them and it'll buy the troops. It's probably a very basic usability thing that I haven't noticed before. Yeah, makes things a lot faster. Okay, as far as troops are concerned, I'm not particularly worried. We're reaching the objective of reaching a 300 shield guard. I'm not sure if I want to reach that though. Main issue is that it's a primary mission objective, so if you get these, you'll end the mission itself. Have a lot of wood again. I'm not actually buying these buildings, am I? Army itself should be easy to deal with. Also in a place that allows me to explore the areas here nicely. So convenient for us. The next incursion we have to do has to go to the north. The only interesting area this entire goddamn map has. 30 of those, that's a problem. That's a big goddamn problem. We'll likely push them back though. We have soldiers lock and a good charge, right? Lower their speed. No success on that front. I need to block them from attacking my range units. And slower speed. Yeah, that went fairly well. Allows the same rune to be activated for the second time for triple resource cost. Okay. The expert lock. Right, we really should do basic spell casting at least level 3 if I can get it. I'm not sure this guy can. But as much as I don't necessarily want to use them. Adventure spells alone are worth it. Going up, I've got no complaints. Invasion. The game is very insistent on giving us basic light magic. The thing is, I don't see, if you have basic light magic and develop it further, why on earth would you use the rune magic at that point? I have no idea. Cold days, time to explore. Probably should trade for wood. Going to sacrifice the elves here. Not throw them away, but we're going to have to throw something at these guys. They're gonna reach us fairly quickly. They're not gonna reach us yet. Not even remotely yet. Spear wielders to rescue. How long does this debuff last? Oh fuck, I didn't mean to attack. Just wanted to check their crippling wounds. So it lasts 2 turns. Yeah, the shitty elves are so much better in offensive actions than the dwarves ever are. They did not want to join. Okay, I'm liking the bear riders quite a bit. With combination of other units, they could probably take on a fairly sizable bunch, mainly because of the initiative change they cause. Magical rules of Circle 3 and 4. Whatever. see if I can do a good trade for wood. Right, with this we should have all the basic unit structures built in all the places. So we need just the main city developed as far as we can. I can't develop higher level runic shrines. They're much cheaper to build than the major guilds. Creature will have a chance to steal random positive effect imposed on the enemy target in an attack once. Okay. We want major skills level 3 to get the adventure spell at that point. And I think you need to be level 10 to use it, we're level 12. So no issues there either. After that it's the north. Naturally we'll need to take out the enemy hero first. Can I summon extra troops here now and go sort of wait for the enemy? No. I should be able to buy something. Right, I'm not sure I should wait here. Because it'll take a couple turns for us to just reach the enemy. Oh shit, I completed the mission objective. What happens if I go here? Where would the enemy even arrive at this point? Okay, let's see where the enemy appears. No enemies. Mercury. Shit, how I'm gonna turn to Mercury? There's Mercury right there. We'll go this way. I'm expecting the some sort of a main showdown after this week. At least we have the Mercury now. Or the spear wielders. Ah, summon creatures, yeah. Shit. Horrible timing, we'll have to go after him now. Still, the priority after this fight is definitely go there. I don't care about new troops or anything like that. We need to get that sorted. There's probably at least one attribute increasing thing there. It's a weak army. What is this? Creature will have a chance to steal random passive. The hero any good? Yeah, heroes are getting better at least. Right, rush to the north. It's now or never. Ooh, we can produce some sort of a resource through a building. Forget about this. Pistols, right. Don't particularly care though. We might get additional spells. As in normal mage spells, we would build additional structures. It would mostly be first and second level spells though. But it would be something different. It's worth doing. Probably we have well, there's a good chance we are not gonna get anything new, but it's worth a shot. Divine Strength. That is not a bad spell to have. Or portal. One-way entrance. A shield defenders. Then okay. Want to join up? They're a better version of these, but And I can't upgrade them, so... Are they though? I'm not actually sure they are. Doesn't really matter. Or rather, I don't care. Skeletons want to join. What the fuck is with the joining thing? Okay, it's just some extra resources then. Nothing particularly interesting. We got the attribute increases, we have maximum level, so none of this particularly matters anymore. It's all just a matter of finishing things. We have the necessary troops. Yeah. So there's gonna be an infinite amount of enemies coming, and it ends when you get the 300 speed troops together. The ambush. While the main force of the dwarves makes preparations for throwing back the invaders, a few bold warriors perform daring and risky raids to the enemy's rear. Their task is to pin down the enemy forces, forcing them to return again and again to the territories they have already captured, scattering their troops and preventing them from regrouping. 10 Black Bear Riders, thank you very much. I like them. But a few units I did like.
What is it, Rolger? Rolf. He's taken little Andre. Killed your shield guards. Stinking bastard. Hard to believe he's kith and kin. Any orders? Aye. Follow him. See where he goes. I'll have something to settle with him when this is done and over.
Slightly larger map, but nothing huge. Survive Seize as brand within 2 weeks. It is a point of honor to liberate towns seized by the invaders. On top of that, Wulfstan's army is running short of supplies, so this is a point of survival as well. He must retake Asbrand within 2 weeks. It's a respectable force. Yeah, berserkers at these numbers seem somewhat more appropriate. And as low as their attack value or damage is, it's still massively better than most of our other units. Good initiative too. Immunity to mind control. Berserker rage. What is? Yeah. I think I more or less just had too few berserkers to take good advantage of. There's sort of a offensive but short range melee unit at the same time, so that they're weird. I'm splitting the skirmishers to have a better chance of getting their specialty status effect to stick. Right.